Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something right now. 2026 is coming, and it's not just another year. It's the year you decide to put yourself first. Now, I know what you're thinking of, Steve. How can I put myself first? Doesn't that sound selfish? Let me stop you right there. Putting yourself first is not selfish, it's necessary. You cannot pour from an empty cup. You cannot give your best to your family, your work, your community, or your dreams if you are running on empty. Keynote 1, prioritize your health. You've got one body, one mind, and one life. If you don't take care of yourself, nothing else will matter. Eat right, exercise, sleep, and take time to rest. You cannot be effective in 2026 if your body and mind are exhausted. Your energy is your currency, and you cannot invest in anything else until you invest in yourself first. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk to you about something that most people don't take seriously enough, and that is your health. Now listen to me carefully, because this is foundational. You can have all the money in the world, all the fame, all the connections, all the opportunities, but if your body and your mind are not in shape, if your energy is low, if you're constantly exhausted, none of that matters. You can't chase your dreams. You can't give to your family. You can't even enjoy the life you're building if your health is weak. 2026 is coming, and if you're not putting your health first, you're going to regret it. Your body is the only one you get. This is not a rental. You don't get a second chance. There are no replacements. And yet, so many of us treat it like we have another life waiting somewhere down the road. We stay up too late. We eat whatever is convenient. We ignore pain. We stress ourselves out, and we think we're invincible. But the truth is, invincibility is a myth. Your body will remind you of your choices, and when it does, it's often too late to fix it overnight. You want to be great in 2026. Then you've got to take control of your energy. Health is not just about looking good in the mirror, although that's nice. It's about feeling strong, feeling capable, and feeling unstoppable. When your body is healthy, your mind is clear. When your mind is clear, your decisions are sharper. When your decisions are sharper, your life moves faster. So it all starts with how you treat your body. Eating is the first step. What you put into your body determines how it runs. You wouldn't put dirty fuel in a Ferrari and expect it to run like new, would you? No. And your body is no different. You've got to fuel it with real, nourishing food. Vegetables, fruits, lean proteins, whole grains, these aren't just words. These are your tools for success. And I know life gets busy, I get it. But you've got to make a time. Skipping meals or filling up on junk may seem convenient today, but tomorrow it's catching up with you in fatigue, in illness, in lack of focus. You cannot perform at your best without proper fuel. Next, let's talk about movement. I'm not saying you have to run a marathon or be in the gym 6 hours a day, but you do need to move your body. Stretch, walk, lift weights, dance. Do something that gets your blood pumping. Movement increases your energy, strengthens your heart, and keeps your muscles, bones, and joints healthy. I want you to think about this if you don't move. You're basically telling your body, I don't care about tomorrow. And in 2026, you need to care. You need to care enough to take action. Even 30 minutes a day can make a huge difference. And don't forget sleep. Sleep is not negotiable. I don't care how busy you are, how much work you have, or how many dreams you're chasing. If you're not sleeping properly, your body is not regenerating, your mind is not processing, and your mood is suffering. You cannot be your best self without rest. Sleep is the ultimate reset button. You need 7 to 8 hours a night, not just lying in bed scrolling on your phone. Give your body a real chance to recover, to recharge, to get ready for the next day. Then there's the mental health aspect. Ladies and gentlemen, your mind and your body are connected. Stress is a killer, and chronic stress can break down your immune system, ruin your focus, and destroy your motivation. Learn to manage stress. Meditate, pray, reflect, journal, do whatever helps you center yourself. Talk to someone if you need to. Mental wellness is just as important as physical wellness, and if you ignore it, you're sabotaging your success before it even starts. Hydration is another key factor people overlook. Water is life. Your organs, your brain, your muscles, they all need water to function properly. Most people are walking around dehydrated and don't even realize it. A hydrated body has more energy, more focus, and a faster metabolism. So make water a habit. Carry it with you, sip it throughout the day, and make it a non-negotiable part of your routine. Listen, putting yourself first in 2026 starts with health. It's about creating a strong foundation that everything else can be built on. You cannot put yourself first in your career, your relationships, your dreams, or your purpose if your body is failing you. If you are always tired, always sick, or always mentally drained, you're going to end up running in place while others move forward. Health is your power. Health is your freedom. Health is your ability to show up as the best version of yourself every single day. So make 2026 the year you prioritize yourself in a way you never have before. Eat well, move your body, sleep properly, hydrate, and care for your mental wellness. Treat your body like the temple it is, because if you don't, nobody else will. Your future self is counting on the choices you make today. Your success, your energy, your joy, it all depends on it. And I promise you this, when you put your health first, everything else becomes easier. You will have the strength to chase your dreams, the clarity to make the right decisions, and the endurance to see things through. That's what putting yourself first really looks like. Ladies and gentlemen, now I want to talk to you about something that is absolutely critical if you're going to put yourself first in 2026, and that is learning to set boundaries. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Steve, I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. I don't want to seem selfish. I want to be helpful. I want people to like me. And let me tell you, I get it, I really do. But here's the truth. If you don't set boundaries, you're going to be living your life on other people's terms, not your own. You're going to be exhausted, frustrated, and frustrated people don't live their best lives. Boundaries are not about being mean. Boundaries are about being smart. Boundaries are about saying, hey, I respect myself enough to know what I will and will not tolerate. And I promise you, people will respect you more when you have clear boundaries, even if they don't like it at first. Because when you let people walk all over you, when you always say yes, even when your gut is screaming no, you are teaching the world that your time and energy are worthless. And let me tell you something, your time and energy are your most precious resources. You cannot get them back once they're gone. The first thing you have to do is learn the power of no. And I mean really learn it. Saying no does not make you a bad person. Saying no does not make you unkind or unhelpful. It makes you honest with yourself and with others. Saying no allows you to focus on the things that truly matter, the things that will move your life forward. You cannot be all things to all people and expect to grow, to thrive, and to create the life you dream about. There is a limit to what you can give, and it starts with your own energy. Here's something else most people don't understand. Every time you say yes to something that drains you, you're saying no to something that could elevate you. Every yes that stretches you thin, that pulls you away from your goals, that leaves you feeling depleted, is a lost opportunity for growth. I want you to hear me. Your yes has power, but so does your no. Your no protects your time, your focus, and your future. And in 2026, if you are going to put yourself first, you have to start saying no without guilt. Boundaries also mean protecting your peace. There are people in your life who thrive on drama, negativity, and conflict. They suck your energy and make you question yourself. In 2026, you need to make a choice. You need to choose peace over chaos, growth over distraction, and your own well-being over pleasing others. Protecting your peace is not selfish. It is necessary for your health, your happiness, and your success. People who cannot respect your boundaries are not meant to be in your inner circle. And that's okay. Let them go. Let them live their drama. You have bigger things to focus on. Another important part of setting boundaries is knowing your limits. And I mean really knowing them. You can't give what you don't have. You cannot serve from an empty cup. You cannot help others chase your dreams or perform at your best if you are constantly running yourself ragged. So take a hard look at your life. What is draining you? What is taking your time, your energy, or your focus away from what really matters? Identify it, acknowledge it, and put a boundary around it. It might be a person, a habit, a job, or even a thought pattern. Whatever it is, create space for yourself to grow, to heal, and to succeed. The boundaries also teach people how to treat you. You see, when you don't have boundaries, people assume they can do whatever they want with you. They assume your time, your energy, your emotions are theirs for the taking. But when you establish boundaries, when you start saying no and protecting yourself, you are sending a clear message. I matter. My life matters, my dreams matter, and I'm not going to allow anything or anyone to derail me. And I promise you, that message resonates. People respect it. They might push at first, but they will learn. Finally, I want to tell you this: setting boundaries is not a one-time thing. It is a daily practice. Every day, you are faced with choices about where your energy goes, who you spend time with, and what you focus on. Every day, you get to decide whether to honor yourself or give yourself away. And in 2026, if you are going to put yourself first, you've got to honor yourself every single day. You've got to make boundaries non-negotiable. You've got to make your life your priority because no one else is going to do it for you. Ladies and gentlemen, boundaries are not walls, they are gates. They allow the right people and opportunities in, and they keep out the distractions, negativity, and energy vampires that will slow you down. Setting boundaries is one of the most loving, most powerful, and most practical things you can do for yourself. It's how you protect your time, your peace, your focus, and your dreams. And when you do that, you are truly putting yourself first in 2026. You are choosing to respect yourself, to honor yourself, and to rise above the noise. And I promise you, when you start saying no and setting those boundaries, your life will change in ways you never imagined. Ladies and gentlemen, now let's talk about something that can change your life in ways that money can't, in ways that fame can't, in ways that even luck can't. I'm talking about investing in yourself, in your personal growth. Listen to me closely, because 2026 is right around the corner. And if you want that year to be different, if you want the year you finally step into your full potential, then you've got to put yourself first by leveling up your mind, your skills, and your vision. You see, the world is moving fast. Opportunities don't wait for anyone, and the people who are thriving are the ones who are constantly learning, constantly improving, constantly investing in themselves. If you're standing still, you're falling behind, and that's a fact. Personal growth is not something you can outsource. Nobody can grow for you. Nobody can gain the knowledge, develop the skills, or expand the mindset that you need for success. It is yours to claim, and the only way to claim it is to commit to it fully. Read books that challenge your thinking. Attend seminars that push your limits. Listen to mentors who have walked the path before you. Surround yourself with knowledge. Seek out experiences that teach you lessons, even the painful ones, because growth comes from stretching, from stepping outside your comfort zone, and sometimes from failing. But every failure, every setback is a stepping stone to becoming the best version of yourself if you are willing to learn. Think about it like this: your mind is the greatest asset you have, and what you feed it determines the results you will get in your life. If you feed your mind nonsense, negativity, distractions, and entertainment without purpose, that is where your life will reflect confusion, stagnation, and missed opportunities. But if you feed your mind with wisdom, strategy, inspiration, and education, your life will reflect clarity, confidence, success. Your thoughts create your reality, and the quality of your thoughts comes from the quality of what you put into your mind. Invest in it. Treat it like the gold mine it is, because that is exactly what it is. Now let's talk about skills. Skills are the currency of the modern world. You can have the best ideas, the biggest dreams, the brightest vision, but if you don't have the skills to execute them, those dreams will remain just that, dreams. And the great thing about skills is that they are renewable and expandable. You can always learn more, do more, and be more. Take courses, learn a new language, develop a craft, master technology, improve your communication, build leadership abilities. The more skills you acquire, the more control you have over your life. The more skills you acquire, the more opportunities you can create for yourself. The more skills you acquire, the less dependent you are on luck, chance, or waiting for someone to hand you a break. That is personal growth in action. Here's something else most people overlook. Personal growth also means investing in your mindset. How you think about yourself, your abilities, and your life is everything. Negative thoughts, self-doubt, fear, and procrastination will keep you trapped in a life that is far below your potential. You've got to retrain your mind to believe in what is possible, to see opportunities where others see obstacles, to focus on solutions instead of problems. And that doesn't happen overnight. It takes deliberate effort. Journaling, reflection, affirmations, and surrounding yourself with people who believe in growth. When you commit to upgrading your mindset, you start to see doors open that you didn't even know existed. Investing in personal growth also requires patience and consistency. It's not about a one-time effort or a quick fix. You can't read one book, attend one seminar, or listen to one motivational speech and expect to be transformed. Growth is a lifelong process, and the sooner you start, the more time your efforts have to compound. Think of it like planting a tree. You water it, you nurture it, you protect it from pests, and over time, it grows strong, bearing fruit for years to come. Your personal growth works the same way. Every book, every lesson, every new skill is a seed that will eventually produce results you cannot even imagine today. And let me remind you, personal growth is also an investment in your freedom. When you develop your mind, your skills, and your mindset, you create options. You create choices, you create leverage. You are no longer at the mercy of circumstances, other people, or luck. You are in control. You are the captain of your ship, and your personal growth is the fuel that allows you to navigate life's storms and reach the destinations you desire. Nothing else in the world gives you that kind of power. Nothing, ladies and gentlemen. Putting yourself first in 2026 means committing to growth like never before. It means deciding that you are worth the time, the effort, and the energy it takes to expand your mind, develop your skills, and strengthen your mindset. It means understanding that your personal development is the foundation of everything else. Your career, your relationships, your happiness, your success. When you invest in yourself, you are making a down payment on a future that is bigger than you, better than you, and brighter than you have ever imagined. So start now. Pick up that book you've been meaning to read. Sign up for that course, talk to that mentor. Challenge yourself to learn, to grow, to expand. 2026 is waiting, and the people who will thrive in that year are not the ones sitting on the sidelines. They are the ones actively investing in themselves, putting themselves first, and refusing to settle for anything less than their full potential. Ladies and gentlemen, Now let's talk about one of the most overlooked but powerful aspects of putting yourself first, and that is the company you keep. You see, in 2026, if you want to rise, if you want to grow, if you want to become the best version of yourself, you have to be very careful about who you spend your time with. I'm not talking about being rude or cutting people off for no reason. I'm talking about intentionally surrounding yourself with people who inspire you, challenge you, and push you to be better. Because let me tell you something, you cannot rise above the level of the people you spend the most time with. That's not just a motivational quote, that's reality. Take a moment to look at your circle. Who are the 5 people you talk to most? Who are the people whose opinions matter most to you? Now ask yourself this question, do they lift me higher or hold me back? Do they support my dreams or do they bring doubt and negativity? Do they challenge me to grow or are they content with mediocrity? Because here's the truth in 2026, if you are going to put yourself first, you cannot afford to be weighed down by energy that is not helping you move forward. You've got to be honest with yourself about toxic relationships. And yes, sometimes the hardest person to be honest about is family. Sometimes it's a friend you've known for years. But let me tell you, loving someone doesn't mean allowing them to drain your energy. Loving yourself means creating space for growth, for peace, for positivity. The right people will encourage your progress, celebrate your wins, and even hold you accountable when you're slipping. The wrong people will do the opposite. They will doubt, criticize, distract, and discourage you even if they don't realize it. Now, this doesn't mean you isolate yourself or stop caring for others. It means you become intentional about your energy. Every relationship, every interaction, every conversation takes energy from you. And energy is not something to waste lightly. You have one life, one chance to reach your potential. And in 2026, you need all your energy focused on growth, success, and fulfillment. Surround yourself with people who inspire you, who motivate you, who make you feel like you can do anything. And if someone doesn't do that, you've got to respectfully distance yourself. The people you spend time with also shape your mindset. Their beliefs, their habits, and their attitudes rub off on you more than you think. If you're around negative, complacent, or unmotivated people, that energy will pull you down without you even realizing it. But if you're around ambitious, positive, and growth-oriented people, their energy will lift you, their mindset will challenge you, and their successes will motivate you. In 2026, you want to be around winners, not whiners. You want to be around doers, not doubters. And let me tell you something else. The right circle can open doors you didn't even know existed. People who believe in you will introduce you to opportunities, guide you, mentor you, and cheer you on in ways that can transform your life. They will push you to do things you never thought possible and hold you accountable when you're tempted to quit. And that kind of energy is priceless. And in 2026, you have to make room for it in your life. You have to make space for people who help you grow, and you have to be willing to let go of those who don't. Ladies and gentlemen, putting yourself first in 2026 means choosing your circle wisely. It means investing your time and energy in relationships that elevate you. It means recognizing that your environment shapes your mindset, your habits, and your destiny. When you surround yourself with people who lift you higher, you become unstoppable. You become focused, motivated, and inspired. You become the person you were meant to be. Ladies and gentlemen, now I want to talk to you about something that too many people ignore, and that is the importance of putting your dreams first. You see, so many people spend their errands for other people's dreams, living for other people's expectations, and worrying about what everyone else thinks, and they forget that their own dreams are waiting for them. 2026 is your year to change that. 2026 is the year you stop waiting for permission Stop waiting for the perfect moment and start prioritizing what you were born to do. Your dreams are not a luxury. They are not a maybe someday kind of thing. They are your purpose. They are what sets your soul on fire. And if you keep putting them on the back burner for everyone else, you're cheating yourself out of the life you were meant to live. Stop saying, I'll do it later, or I don't have time. The truth is, if you don't make your dreams a priority, nobody else will. People are going to try to keep you busy with things that don't matter. People are going to try to distract you with small stuff that feels urgent, but is not important. And if you let that happen, another year will pass, and you'll still be stuck in the same place. Here's the thing, action is everything. Dreams without action are just wishes. You can have all the goals in the world, all the plans, all the hopes, but if you don't take deliberate, consistent action, nothing will change. And action doesn't have to be big at first. It can be small steps, but it has to be consistent. Every day, do something that moves you closer to your goal. Learn a skill, network, create, practice, write, plan, or push yourself in some way. Every step counts, and over time, those small steps turn into momentum, and momentum compounds into results. Another thing I want to tell you is that fear will try to stop you. Fear will whisper, "You're not good enough? What if you fail?" And let me tell you that fear is lying to you. Failure is not the opposite of success. It is a part of it. Every successful person you admire has failed multiple times, but they kept moving forward. They prioritized their dreams, they took action, and they refused to let fear dictate their future. 2026 is the year you refuse to let fear win. Take that first step, even if it's uncomfortable, even if it's scary, even if it's messy. That first step is everything. And let me remind you, your dreams are worth the investment of your time, your energy, and your focus. Stop giving away your attention to things that don't matter. Stop wasting hours on social media, on drama, on complaining, or on distractions that don't move you forward. Your focus is like a laser, and where you point it is where you will see results. Prioritize your dreams by prioritizing your focus. Treat your dreams like they are non-negotiable, because they are. You also need to protect your vision from naysayers. There will always be people who doubt you, who don't understand your journey, and who try to bring your energy down. But here's the truth, their doubts do not define your reality. Your commitment to your dreams does. The people who matter, the ones who truly care about you, will support you. And the rest, let them talk. Keep moving, keep working, keep building. Your dreams are bigger than anyone else's opinion of you. Ladies and gentlemen, putting yourself first in 2026 means putting your dreams first. It means taking action every single day, no matter how small. It means prioritizing your time, energy, and focus on what you were meant to do. It means facing fear, ignoring naysayers, and committing to progress over perfection. When you prioritize your dreams, everything else falls into place. You will find the energy, the opportunities, and the people you need to succeed. You will become unstoppable, and you will finally start living the life you were born to live. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk to you about something that most people ignore until it's too late, and that is your mental and emotional well-being. You can have all the money, all the success, all the accolades in the world, but if your mind is cluttered, your emotions are out of control, and your spirit is weighed down, none of it will feel like success. In 2026, if you want to put yourself first, you have to make your mental and emotional health a priority. You have to take care of yourself from the inside out, because that is where everything starts. Your mind is your command center. Every thought you have shapes your actions, your decisions, and ultimately, your life. If you allow negativity, fear, doubt, and stress to dominate your thoughts, your life will reflect it. But when you take care of your mind, when you nurture clarity, positivity, and focus, everything changes. You start to see opportunities where others see obstacles. You start to make decisions with confidence instead of hesitation. You start to live your life intentionally rather than reactively. Emotional well-being is just as critical. Emotions are powerful, and when they are unbalanced, they can control your actions, your relationships, and your future. Stress, anger, resentment, and sadness are not just feelings, they are energy drains. They pull you away from your purpose, distract you from your goals, and keep you from putting yourself first. In 2026, you have to become the manager of your emotions. You have to recognize them, understand them, and guide them in a way that serves your growth rather than sabotages it. One of the most important things you can do for your mental and emotional health is to give yourself space to think, to reflect, and to recharge. Life is busy, and there is always someone or something demanding your attention. But you cannot operate at your best if you never take a step back. Meditate, journal, pray, or simply sit quietly and reflect. Give yourself time to process your experiences and your emotions. It's not a luxury, it's a necessity. The clearer your mind, the more affected your actions. Another key part of mental well-being is the company you keep. Surround yourself with people who lift you, encourage you, and help you grow emotionally. Avoid people who drain your energy, criticize you unnecessarily, or feed negativity into your life. Emotional energy is contagious. You have to protect yours. Set boundaries. Speak up when you need to, and don't allow anyone to manipulate your feelings. Putting yourself first means creating an environment that supports your mental and emotional growth. Self-care is also essential. Nourish your soul as much as your body. Do things that bring you joy, peace, and fulfillment. Pursue hobbies, spend time in nature, laugh often, and celebrate the small victories. Taking care of yourself emotionally and mentally is not selfish. It is a requirement for living a meaningful life. The more you care for your inner self, the more resilient you become in facing challenges, and the more capable you are of showing up fully in every area of your life. Ladies and gentlemen, in 2026, make a commitment to honor your mental and emotional health. Pay attention to your thoughts, nurture your emotions, and protect your energy. Recognize that your well-being is the foundation for everything else in your life. When your mind is clear, your emotions are balanced, and your spirit is strong, you can handle any challenge, chase any dream, and live the life you were meant to live. Your mental and emotional health is the key to unlocking your full potential. It is the ultimate act of putting yourself first. Take care of it, invest in it, and prioritize it every single day. When you do, you will not only thrive in 2026, you will set yourself up for a lifetime of success, happiness, and fulfillment.